Hey, just wanted to jump on here. I'm Dr. Ferguson with the Stem Cell Pro, and I want to share my really brief short story about how I got involved with stem cell therapy. So I'm a chiropractor, and I have a passion about helping people get out of pain and getting healthy without drugs and without surgery. Now, the first thing I'll tell you is I'm not against drugs, I'm not against surgery, but I want them as a last resort. So that's how I present it to my patients. And one of the best things that's ever happened to me over the last 20 years of being involved with the medical system is stem cell therapy. So we started doing stem cell therapy 10 years ago, and it was for my dad. My dad needed both of his knees replaced, and he was looking for alternatives. He didn't want to go down the road of surgery, and I didn't realize that stem cells were available in the United States. But as I started doing research to help my dad out, I was made aware that stem cells is an option, and it's something that we can do in the United States. So 10 years ago, he was my first patient. I called him the guinea pig, right? And so we did both of his knees. And what happened is I was a little unsure on how quickly the results would get. So I called him every day. I called him every day for probably 4 or 5 weeks. And unfortunately, every day was the same conversation. He would tell me, well, I don't really feel any different. I can't tell. I don't think it's working. The conversation kind of went sideways pretty quickly for a long time. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but after about 6 weeks of calling him quite a bit, I gave up and I stopped calling him. And I figured, well, that was a waste of time, waste of money, and I was on to other things, trying to figure out other things. Well, about 2 weeks after that, I was at his house, and I remember like it was yesterday because we were eating dinner on a Sunday, and he was in his recliner where he watches TV and kind of relaxes. Well, he gets up out of this chair and walks into the kitchen like I'd never seen him do before. No groaning, no aches and pains, no limping. I mean, he just popped right up and started walking into the kitchen, and that was not like him. My whole life, he would have a struggle for the first probably 10, 15 steps. Usually after he got going, then he would loosen up and he would act like he was doing a little better. But those first few steps getting out of his chair were always brutal. And so this day he got up, walked in the kitchen like no problem. And I stopped him. I said, hey, Dad, looks like you're walking a little better. Are you feeling any different? Remember, 2 weeks earlier, I kind of gave up, didn't think it was working because he told me he didn't feel any different. And he looked at me and he said, I have no pain. And I said, well, when did it go away? And he goes, I don't know, which kind of was funny. Like you would think that you would know, but he goes, I'm not sure. I don't know. Was I hurting yesterday? I'm not sure. Next thing I know, he's kind of doing circles around the kitchen island. He's a big guy, so he wasn't really jumping too high, but he's twisting and turning and moving and acting like, he's trying to test it out. He goes, I have no pain. He said it's the first time in 40 years that his knees did not have any pain. And that was kind of the launching pad for me to go, hey, there's something to this stem cells. Now we've done well over 4,000 treatments since we did my dad, and there is nothing better on the planet than stem cells. So if you're getting this message and you're interested in learning more, the best way to get more information, my favorite way is either in person or over the phone. You talk directly with me, and I can figure out what you're dealing with, what the culprits are that you're having problems with. We deal a lot with joint issues like my dad, but also health concerns as well. And if you don't mind spending about 5 or 10 minutes with me, you tell me your history, what you're dealing with, what you're hoping to accomplish, then I'll answer all your questions and go over all the options in our clinic. And I love to do it. It's my favorite thing in the world is to talk to patients and explain that stem cell therapy is an option. So again, call the number that texted you with this video, or you can call directly to the office. It's 480-331-1745. I appreciate you, and I look forward to meeting you and helping you on your stem cell journey.